your skin. A young boy infects an entire town with rabies and turns a group of men into a band of bloodthirsty zombies ravaging a peaceful countryside. I drink your blood and I eat your skin.
Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Doing a little different today. A little Sunday afternoon recording.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day. You already know we're raw dogging the shit out of this 2 hours.
We're gonna shoot another 2-episode, little 2-parter.
Because Nathan has a girlfriend.
Yeah, sorry guys, my bad. Apologies. But yeah, you guys let it rip a little bit yesterday.
Wee bit.
Yeah.
I listened. You guys were cooking.
Yeah. Well, the moral of yesterday was just women, so.
To keep it short and sweet.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Hey, got a
Um.
little alien invasion.
Yeah, you guys
The
peeped.
Russians got us.
You guys peeped a little female dating strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much just pissed myself off.
Yeah, it just went exactly how it, I think I've definitely like hit that subreddit up before just as like a anger bait. I just hopped on there to get mad for like an hour and a half just reading through posts.
It's a perfect description.
It's literally just perfect for anger bait. What's this? We watching drain uncloggings? You know this is my shit, right?
Bro, I've been watching a YouTube video or YouTube channel, Foodie Boy. You guys seen that shit?
What's that?
So it's like 8 hours of like compilation baking. It's like Korean baking, pretty sure. They just make like pastries and shit, but it's like ASMR compilation, puts you to fucking sleep so fast.
Love those ASMR cooking.
Yeah, just so it's ASMR cooking videos.
Yeah, or baking specifically. Yeah.
I've been my fall asleep YouTube video has been there's this guy on YouTube. I think his name is Boyle Hobby Time, and he's a guy that builds like miniatures, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like models and stuff. But he gets like super in depth with it, and then he creates a lot of his own shit. Like he works off of like say he.
Is it like sculpting or
No. It's like he did like a perfect grade Gundam diorama that he like built, where it's like two Gundams like fighting.
Oh, that's cool. He like did the.
But he builds like
builds
the landscape of it, and he adds shit to the figures to like make them his like his own kind of. He has this. So the playlist that I've been watching to fall asleep is he has this like Western sci-fi. It's like Western monster hunter stuff. So he'll and it doesn't just like stop at like him building like miniatures of like he did like a mine shaft where like these guys are like they have like torches that are like lit up, and like down like a dark tunnel you see like a spider figure that he like somehow got and built.
Oh, that's cool.
But it doesn't just stop at building like miniatures. Like he's done like 1-to-1 scale stuff. Like he got like a pellet gun, like a Red Ryder BB gun, and like made it like lore accurate to this world that he's just creating like off the top of his head. Like
That's pretty
the
sick.
reason why this has this is because this is this and this is, and he's like building his like own world just off of like little stuff like hobby figures.
Huh, that's cool.
So I
That's
fall
like
asleep
some
watching it.
Warhammer shit, I feel like.
Yeah. I fall asleep just watching that
That's-
basically.
Yeah. Is it like sped up at all? Or like
No, he like cuts through, but
for the most part he does like all of his fine details on
yeah, he
YouTube?
shows you like how he builds, like he gets like wood, builds the base, and then he gets plaster and starts like forming the land. And oh, I'm gonna be adding dirt texture here, so I'm gonna use like dirt texture paint here and sprinkle sand here and glue this here and put this here, and
That's sweet.
hand paints all of his figures, like airbrushes them all, and
Oh, yeah.
it's cool shit. I like falling down like the YouTube hole. There's so many, like, I feel like there's nothing to watch on YouTube, but simultaneously YouTube has given us like the greatest hits when it comes to like time killing like YouTube content stuff.
Yeah.
like the
Charlie bit me.
I'm talking like primitive survival.
Oh yeah, like the primitive
watching like the
building
two
videos?
like watching like the two kids build like the dirt hut in the woods with the hot tub. And
Dude,
I just found out it's not just 2 kids, bro. It's a whole group of people.
yeah, primitive survival is like the OG. Like it was always just him, like that guy just doing his own YouTube video. Like
there's one that I'll never forget where they make like this cool hut and then there's like a underground pool.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that one's probably my favorite.
I remember that one too.
It just
And I like how they do the
videos.
the grass too, where they just like plot them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of Gundams, man, I need to build one again. It's been a while. I need to get like a marker, definitely.
Like a panel liner.
Yeah, and I think I want to do another PG, perfect grade one. It's like not too many parts, but just enough
Mm-hmm.
where I'm not spending like 40 hours on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could do it in like a weekend or like that's like all I do on Sunday type shit, and I'll get through like half.
I
of
think
it.
like what's under perfect grade? Real grade? Those are like the smaller figures
fuck, I
that
can't
like what I gave you. I think they're real grade.
they are real. Yeah, what you give me is
Or
real
hobby.
grade.
I think I might have given you like a hobby grade figure.
No, they're real grades.
Oh, okay. So the real grade ones are, I'm not gonna lie, you can finish that shit in like
Couple hours. At
hour and a
most.
half.
Yeah.
But
But those
during
are,
COVID, I bought a bunch of Gundams because I got
a lot of people buy the real grades ones so they can do all of the markers and
Mhm.
stickers and stuff on it.
because you're not gonna
it's
do
like-
that to a perfect grade Gundam.
Yeah. Well, you can, but that's gonna take like.
Out of
40
every
hours.
conversation we've probably had on this podcast so far, this is the one that's the most out there, disconnected from anybody who's listening. Tyler doesn't even know.
Bro, I've been seeing those Lego sets that are coming out with this year.
Same vibe. It's like Bionics, bro. You remember
Yeah, it's like
those?
Bionicles. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember seeing that.
Bionicles were the shit. And now like they're worth a shit ton of money because
Because didn't they go out of business or some shit?
Lego just stopped making them.
Mm.
But I mean,
It's like Scion.
Fuck.
Toyota just discontinued.
I feel like what, like I had Bionicles growing up. Did you?
yeah, bro.
I never like I had
more Bionicles than I did Lego.
That's what I was about to say. Like I never really had like the crazy Lego sets. I'd get like the small sets that you'd build, like
Yeah,
I don't know,
just
like
have
an
the small
X-wing.
stuff.
like an X-wing or like a car, one of those like car kits where you build the car.
Yeah, the only big thing I got was an airplane once, because my dad wanted to build it, more or less. So
Yeah,
that's the only big one I ever had.
my biggest Lego set was probably just a Bionicle. It was pretty dope though. Bionicles, those need to. I don't want to say they need to make a comeback because I don't think they should like go back and try to. They're gonna ruin it if they try to. I mean, the record shows. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I saw a TikTok the other day that at this point, I think Disney bought Star Wars in 2013, so it's been over 10 years that they've owned Star Wars. They have yet to make their money back off that initial investment.
Holy
They're
shit,
still in the hole.
seriously?
10 years.
They're still in the hole for Star Wars.
That's
That's
crazy.
fucking wild. I did not
Like
know that.
after like they made the new trilogy, after they made all these shows, after they did all this stuff with Disney Plus, like putting Star Wars all on the same streaming service, they're still in the hole for Star Wars.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I say good.
That's what they
I say
fucking
good.
get.
Just because like I think it's pretty common for people to like debate about pop culture these days, like people who feel like you can't be critical to something that you did. Like I grew up like loving Star Wars, and now I kind of like hate everything that the new
What it's turned
the new
into.
trilogy, like what it's brought. There's
Yeah.
still like good moments, but like I just watched Bad Batch.
It just doesn't feel the same like when there's a shift in that kind of
I
aspect
just
of the series.
I give it a shot. Like there's certain shows that Star Wars has made that I did not watch. Like I didn't watch the Obi-Wan show, but I watched like Mandalorian. I watched Boba Fett. I watched the Ahsoka shows. It was okay. But the show Bad Batch, it's like animated like Clone Wars style, which is like our era of Star Wars is basically like Clone Wars, the prequels and all that shit. Bad Batch is like drawn in the same style, like it's animated in the same style. It feels like you're just watching like extended Clone Wars. they just capped off their third and final season of the show. Dude, it was a fucking like such a bummer.
Really?
Like like no satisfaction whatsoever.
That's unfortunate. I never watched Bad Batch, but I could see how that would happen.
Like it was a cool show. I threw it on, I'd throw it on, watch the episodes as they come out, standard stuff, but it's not like the most amazing show I ever watched, but they just like took it from like here and then just
fucking ruin a good thing.
that's what they're good at.
I think
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think The Mandalorian was the last thing I watched. Star Wars
Really?
related. Yeah.
Damn.
Disney has a lot of fucking legwork to do.
Yeah.
Cause like Star Wars and Marvel,
Well, dude, they have a fucking such a high bar for a series like Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they definitely do, but don't forget, like, Disney is the reason why Star Wars has fucking 5 different shows running at once, more movies on the way.
Yeah.
The same
Money.
critique goes with Marvel.
Yeah. Same shit. Yeah.
Like when I went and saw Endgame in theaters, I like walked out of that theater and I was like, all right, cool. So like I'm kind of, at that, like at that point I was like, oh yeah, I'm done watching this. Like it capped off like what I knew as Marvel, and I was like, okay, cool, so that's it. And then they're like, just kidding. There's actually like 10 different shows you have to watch, and now there's these movies, like this movie series. They're not going to meet until like further down the line with this, and then they're going to use this movie to chain all those events together and all those characters together. And I'm like, okay, you lost me. Like the shit's
For real.
it's not that deep.
Yeah. And then you initially think about it, and you're like, oh, that's cool the way they structure the plot. But then you think about it even more, and you're like, damn, they just need my views everywhere.
Yeah,
need my
they need
subscription
you,
here.
and
They need me to watch this movie 8 different times.
and I think the big issue with like the fan bases of Marvel and Star Wars, like they've built these like super fan bases where it's like generational, where you can have like a grandfather, a father, and a child. All 3 are now like culturally, they have like the cultural impression of Star Wars. So you could have like a grandpa that grew up like, maybe he wasn't like a kid when it came out, but like growing up with the OG Star Wars films and enjoying that for like what that was. And then the next generation kind of getting more into the prequel stuff, and then now the newer Star Wars.
Yeah, it is interesting how like
they created like a generational payout.
Yeah.
As far as families, and but it creates these like super fans, these like rabid weirdos, where it's like you can't be critical of it, even though like you love it. Like I love Star Wars. Like I grew up watching it as a kid. Like it was like my thing. I mean, Lord of the Rings is like my all time for sure, but Star Wars is the easier one to get into. As a kid, it's a lot more entertaining as a kid. I mean, Lord of the Rings like got me as a kid, but you know what I mean. Like it's a little easier to take in as a kid.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like those Disney adults,
Exactly. Well, those Disney adults, those grown ass people that are fans of Marvel and fans of Star Wars are Disney adults now because Disney owns those properties.
Yeah, they're all incorporating it into like one thing.
And like the Disney adult stuff is like wild. I mean, it's cool. Weird. It's cool being into like you can be into like animated stuff as like an adult. I don't think that's weird.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think if you like limit yourself to being like, oh, I only watch movies that are shot on film and have this style of production, you're capping yourself off to like a huge landscape of storytelling.
The demographic and like target market Disney shoots for Disney adults is like kind of concerning. Yeah,
because like it should just be stuff that's made for kids. Like when I see people get heated, I like tell myself like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like you're getting that mad over something that was made for children. But then I realize like it's not made for kids. Like it is made for these adults. Yeah, and that's weird.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like I've read a couple stories how like some Disney adults like they'll latch onto that because of trauma they've experienced.
I've heard
at some point.
I don't think the vast majority of that crowd is well adjusted.
Or like a neurotypical
individual. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not on the same page. Like and it sucks too cuz you can't casually enjoy any of it. There's like casual.
No, oh my god, it's so overstimulating and like up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
the writing is super like sporadic and like it's funny, then it's serious, then it's sad, then it's funny, like
all at once. Yeah.
There's no like there's no what's the word I'm looking for here? There's no emotional flow through the storytelling.
I'm sure that has a weird toll on your mental, trying to like interact with the real world, but being so influenced as a Disney adult.
People like their whole sense of humor is like Marvel writing.
Yeah.
Like it's literally he's right behind me, isn't he?
Like these corporations fucking created that.
Yes.
Someone's gotta take ownership.
Exactly. But like it's just, I want to casually enjoy that kind of stuff, but those weirdos make me not want to.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's extremely difficult to casually enjoy those types of things.
Well,
like
I can't.
We were just talking about it's super intense.
I gotta watch 10 shows, 5 movies, like
All or
just
nothing.
to like understand what's happening in that storyline. It's too cluttered.
Yeah.
Like Lord of the Rings, you had like the initial 3 movies drop, and they're like, all right, we'll do like a Hobbit trilogy that came out, and then like it was cool, and then they made that show for Amazon, the Rings of Power, and that kind of sucked. Like it's just like, as a Lord of the Rings fan, like the whole time I was watching, I just didn't really feel like I was in the Lord of the Rings universe.
Yeah,
I guess.
just felt like a different world.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I never watched it, so I don't know.
Me neither.
Lord of the Rings, or
For me, Lord of the Rings in general.
oh, okay,
So definitely didn't know.
it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I mean, it's pretty. I've read I read the books growing up, and then I watched the movies a bunch.
Nice.
But for the longest time, like you just had the 3 movies, and then they came out with Hobbit. And that was cool because I got to actually like go see that shit in theaters.
That's cool. I was more of a Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yo, I fuck heavy. I fuck with Diary of a Wimpy Kid very heavy. That OG run. Tyler, is your microphone on? Yeah. Okay. It was just coming in quiet over here. Dude, that OG run of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, that shit was generational.
We'll never get it again.
Like it's totally engineered for like kids, like obviously. Like but like it's like a good like family movie.
Yeah, they did such a great job with the movies. They feel so cozy
And I found out those movies had like no budget.
Really?
Yeah, those movies got like 15.
shit.
I think the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. I know this is like some weird trivia, but I'm pretty sure the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid film got like less than $15 million in budget.
Damn.
Which like I know that obviously sounds like a lot of money.
One too.
It sounds like a lot of money, obviously, but that's not much to
For a
make
movie? No.
for a movie. That's enough. Like that's
Yeah.
so small. Especially like I guess maybe because it's it's something that's not made by Disney, so obviously they're not going to get access to the bank. There's children's movies that definitely got like way bigger budgets, but for it to be like an all live action like movie shot like that, dude, they fucking killed that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Whenever somebody asked me like, "Oh my god, if you were to be in a band, what would you name it?"
Loaded diaper.
I'm stealing this from Diary of a
Dude,
Wimpy
and
Kid, but
Roderick is the sickest. Like he is like it's like Malcolm. It's like how Malcolm in the Middle like captured like the early 2000s.
yeah,
The early 2000s like older brother middle class like energy.
Yeah.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid captured like the 2010s older brother energy perfectly. Whereas like bedrooms covered in like band posters. He's
Yeah.
wearing like pun t-shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like psych, don't do it or whatever. Like stupid stuff like that is like so like the attention to detail is just there.
his shirt says "freak off."
Yeah. Just like the edgy like punk rock older brother.
Yeah.
My dad beats me, and then off on the back.
What was the other one that I saw? That was there's some guy on TikTok who like makes these videos like
Dude, he owns every
Like-
shirt you could think of. I
like
swear.
it's like when this is the last hoodie you have that's like clean, and it's the front of it says my dad beats me, and he like turns around and like puts his hands on his head like he's like crying, and he like spins, and then the back just says off. He had another one where it was something crazy. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, I can't.
I'll have to think about it, but
I remember my dad beats me.
that strike a chord with you.
That shit is funny.
What do you loading something up here? What is this? That you got pulled up on here?
Oh, I don't even know what I was watching. I think this is before we started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This was the drain unclogging.
Yeah. I mean, we can browse the subreddit if you guys want to.
People tapping on Reddit X. I mean, it's so hard to try and find trending topics because the entire internet is shut down just to talk about the Drake Kendrick Lamar stuff, which we are not going to talk about.
Yeah, I'm good.
We would end up just wasting this entire episode wanting to talk about it because it's the only thing to talk about according to the internet. Guys, is this a coordinated distraction? Is this a psyop? Is Drake Kendrick a psyop?
What is the government releasing right now?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Someone turn on C-SPAN. What?
What kind of beer does spiders drink?
What kind?
Bug Light.
God damn. That's
Hell yeah.
that's rough. That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Dude,
Well, okay.
Just checking.
This guy goes on. He's like, bad joke. Spiders are not bugs, only insects, or of the order Hemiptera classified as bugs, and spiders aren't even insects. Maybe if you drank few beer and spent more time studying, you would know that, but it's your life. And he says, they eat bugs, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's right on that. Oh, that's right. I did load something up here, just because I found it while we were waiting to record. We were getting set up, and it was. Let's see here. I gotta figure out where I saved it. It was pictures of the pamphlets that the dude threw out before he lit himself on fire outside the Trump rally, and I wanted to go through the pamphlet and see kind of what he was cooking with, what kind of ideas he was playing with here. Let me see. I think it's in my save posts.
Let him cook. Where's the... I'm so sorry.
That was loud.
Let him cook.
No way, dude. I flagged. I saved it on Reddit, and it didn't save it for me. That's fucked. Reddit doesn't. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's definitely bookmarked, right? I'm not crazy.
Is this gonna make me angry?
I don't know. I kind of skimmed through it before we started recording, but I purposefully clicked on. Oh, what's that?
Hey, that's a get up right
Can
there.
I see that? I see a loadout picture, and I gotta look.
U.S. Army Green Beret loadout during the deployment in the Middle East.
I see he's got, first of all, Pop-Tarts.
Smart man.
Gotta have the Pop-Tarts. He's like 10 bottles of water. Oh, it looks like he does some camera work too. Batteries, lenses.
So those baby wipes.
It's MK18 right there.
Those baby wipes right there, bro.
Those look like baby wipes. MRE. That's cool. Antennas. Cabling.
That's my loadout every time I go take a shit.
Dang, he's like kitted up for a solo mission, it looks like.
Nods. Fully fucking stacked plate carrier. Do not eat. I think that's explosives. I'm pretty sure that's explosives. I think it's like an explosives
like
pouch.
A pack of C4.
That's fire. All right, so I got the pamphlet here now pulled up. And I'm just gonna go through it. It's just a few pages, like folded up. That's how he. So the story is he was like a block or two away from the courthouse where Trump's hearing was happening, and he threw a bunch of these pamphlets out, like scattered them out, and was like shouting shit at people, and then lit himself on fire. Like that's how it kicked off. I'm sure at this point it's kind of made its way through the news cycle. But this guy wasn't really like politically affiliated with anybody. He was like a pretty smart guy, and then in like the 5 or 6 days leading up to him lighting himself on fire, he did a bunch of like erratic shit, and then ended up. He's from Florida, and he ended up all the way over there. So first page here says, "Dipshit secrets of our rotten world. When it feels like World War III and the economy collapses, you'll know exactly why. An Occupy Returns booklet. Our only goal: abolish our criminal government and replace it with one that serves all. We are the 100%." First page about this research. There's some weird like UI arrows in the way. These are like screenshots, so some of the words are blocked. But it says, in March 2023, notorious tech billionaire venture capitalist Peter Thiel started a bank run on Silicon Valley Bank. That's when that bank went out of business.
Yeah.
Leading to one of the fastest and largest bank collapses in U.S. history. Your authors knew enough about Thiel that they considered this one of the most something events in world history. Conspicuous? I don't know. They have done 1,500 hours of research since uncovering preposterous crimes that affect all our health, safety, and prosperity. So facts. This is like a school slideshow. Facts about Peter Thiel.
Looks like a school handbook, like dress code.
This guy was on to some stuff, definitely, because he's talking about Peter Thiel's connection with Elon Musk and the PayPal mafia, which is like a very real thing that's been talked about. An early and important Facebook investor, he convinced Mark Zuckerberg to allow and promote political disinformation. More on that later. I got something to talk about with fucking Zuck coming up. His company Palantir sells our internet data to the CIA. True. Confirmed true. He met with billionaire blackmail artist Jeffrey Epstein in 2014. He's been a huge proponent of cryptocurrency for years. Also, I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was this dude named Class Redux Killer on X. He had like a pretty small podcast, and randomly I think Peter Thiel wanted to like talk on it, if I remember correctly. Some weird shit like that, where like he was talking to like small podcasters, which is like, why is a billionaire even doing that? This was a couple years ago too. So like, who knows? His romantic partner Jeff Thomas fell to his death shortly after the SVB bank run. Oh, I didn't know about that. Okay.
Sticking his nose in there.
And where?
In the
Stay with me now.
in the brown starfish.
Mm-hmm. The rusty sheriff star. Crypto. What is cryptocurrency? Okay, it's just talking about some fucking cryptocurrency shit. When the crypto Ponzi goes insolvent. Oh yeah, this guy was a huge proponent of the idea that cryptocurrency as a whole is just a Ponzi scheme, like completely engineered Ponzi scheme. And he put some infographic information as far as explaining what a Ponzi scheme is and how crypto is a Ponzi scheme, listing some people like Elon Musk, who's apparently he's moved a bunch of stolen crypto money through Tesla stock. I don't know about that, but sure. Some Jeff Epps stuff. Oh, Bill Hillary and Chelsea Clinton. Every participant at the 2022 Clinton Global Initiative has ties to cryptocurrency. That's because it's international money laundering disguised as charity. Wouldn't be surprised if that's true. Dude, he has just like names and names. Mark Cuban, Ross Perot, Richard Branson, the guy who owns Virgin. Elizabeth Holmes, who was a part of Theranos, which was like a fake medical company. I think she's the one that made those like blood. It was like a machine that takes like blood tests, and it was like faster and cheaper than any other blood test, but it was just a scam. Like she got. Let me make sure this is true here. Yeah, she was getting like shit tons of money invested into her company. It was just all fake.
Huh.
It was all fake. It was just an idea.
That's very interesting.
There was no.
This is.
I don't think there was any like
news to
physical.
me.
I think her the physical product was just like fake, or there never was a physical product. Wow. Okay. This shit gets kind of the art of kayfabe. Shit hits the fan. Harvard University super crime school. The Simpsons is evil brainwashing.
Oh my god.
The show The Simpsons. Haunted Carney meme pages. Do you follow any popular meme pages online? No matter the niche, you'll find some common themes in your feed. All problems, no solutions. Tell us over and over that the world is terrible, and still learned helpfulness, so they think there's nothing we can do about it. Snarky irony, bitterness, nostalgia. Oh, got some 9/11 truthing at the end there too. I think this is the last page. Oh, the last page says what to do next. You are in a growing number of people who know the truth. Spread it in the face of misinformation, and we'll defeat our haunted Carney government in no time. Want to be a hero? Share these secrets. Want to be a prophet? Do it before the economic collapse. Interesting. And then he has like a link to his Reddit page and to Google the Ponzi papers or dipshit secrets, and his contact information, which is maxcazzarello@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. Don't think he'll be getting back to you anytime soon, though. So.
Leaves his email, lights himself on fire.
Yeah, I'm sure he made that kind of. I'm sure he was passing out that kind of literature before his. You
think so?
Untimely self-demise. Yeah, probably. I mean,
he's probably been
definitely
on the fritz for a little bit.
Like those 4 days only, you think?
No. He was active. Like he was an active like conspiracy. I think he listed himself on LinkedIn like 2 years ago as a independent journalist or something, independent investigator or something like that. So he's been doing this for a minute, but I do know a couple days before that he was in Florida, I want to say, and he walked into a hotel that had a signed photo of Bill Clinton in it, and he threw a wine glass at it, like a glass of wine, like splashed it.
Damn.
And then the cops came and was like, what happened? And he was like, I did exactly that. I walked in, I looked at it, I had a glass of wine, and I threw it on the signed picture of Bill Clinton. And they were like, all right, I think this guy's just having a bad day. 3 days later, lights himself on fire.
He knows too much.
He knows too much.
How come it's so hard for the brain to bear truth in that, like, your reality is not the reality you think it is? How come it's so hard for people to bear?
I think
things like whistleblowers and people that just know too much or stick their nose too deep just end up either being killed or kill themselves because it's not.
You think so? But like, how many people do you think know all this shit and are just fine with it?
the vast majority of Hollywood, the vast majority
There's-
of politics.
I feel like there's a lot more people that are okay with it than there's people that have.
It's kind of like don't ask, don't tell. Like, pack it away, keep it in the back of your mind. But the people like that it gets to, I think they take on like a grander perception of reality than other people can. In it, which could be like a good thing, but obviously it's negative in their
all
case.
Those people in Hollywood know that is the reality.
Yeah,
but
like
for
they're
outside individuals that are not accustomed to that reality, so they think that it's completely different than what it actually is.
Mhm.
Like, my question would be like, how is it so hard to bear that kind of
to bear that cross,
Yeah.
to accept it.
yeah it's just the human
I
brain.
mean, it isn't. Like, look, like celebrities have fucking crazy mental breaks all the time.
yeah
And that's usually when people like kind of start to sniff their like catch the trail, They kind of catch on to what's going on. Is when people have like these weird mental breaks, these weird spazzes. It's also like the idea of like coming to terms with like being a celebrity, I guess, but that's also like evolving every single day because there's like TikTokers who have more influence than like historical figures at some points in time, just due to like their audience and like who can hear what they're saying and what they're doing and see.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. How many
I think-
people they're reaching.
I think they talked to this was like on a really old episode of War Mode, but they were talking about how when TVs became a thing and like an actor had to distinguish themselves as a stage actor versus like
A video actor.
a video actor. Because they had radio. Radio was like the dominant form of entertainment for so long. Obviously there was movies, but you didn't have like
Well, it'd
television.
be like with anything, like when like a new race car came out. You know what I mean? People are gonna stay to the old one.
Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah, but so here's but the thing is they came to terms with hearing, kind of what we're doing now. We record these podcasts and we listen to it back. There's like that weird feeling that just listening to yourself talk recorded is strange. It's jarring. You have to get used to it.
Yeah.
These people though who were introduced to this completely new medium of television and being a television actor or a movie actor as opposed to a stage actor, it caused like a lot of actors to like lose their shit because like they had like
They were like publicly known. It's
They-
like a face reveal on YouTube now.
like you're laying in bed, right? Like you're an actor in the I don't know when TVs hit the broad market,
Actor
but let's just say in the
whenever.
50s. Let's just say in the 50s, right? I don't even think I don't think TVs really hit the stage till like the 60s.
60s probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and watching the moon landing, I think is what some people talk about. Like,
Damn, they invented the TV.
But, like,
to
you're-
fake a moon landing.
you're an actor.
Holy shit!
You're an actor
Hold
on a
on.
TV, and you're laying in bed thinking to yourself, like, yo, my show's on at 8 p.m. Like, people are watching me. Like, should I throw it on? Like, it's just, like,
Yeah,
it's so
I'm sure that's
weird. Like,
trippy.
they talk on a radio, but, like, and I'm sure, like, there's, like, recorded segments that they listen back to, but you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm just listening to it. But, like, seeing your eyes through a camera or seeing yourself through the eyes of a camera for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Ever.
So how is it for
and
you
play
guys?
and you play characters too. Like, you're looking at it.
and I
like
know it's
that's-
in movies too. I know like they had movies for a long time leading up to that, but I think with movies there was still that like there was what was it called, the suspension of disbelief, where it's like movies were like shot weird. They weren't moving very like humanly when they were acting. Like they were like that sped up like Charlie Chaplin, like, and there's no sound too. Not having sound, I'm sure, is pretty important to like breaking that barrier. But introducing like sound and visuals simultaneously,
Yeah, it was
just
more
made
like
a bunch of people like break.
It felt more like stop cut at the beginning.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like the
yeah, like
freeze frame,
claymation type shit.
Yeah, because I'm sure the you know the old like where you like flip all the pages and it does like an animation, but you're doing like those,
Yeah, like in your notebook,
yeah,
you like leave little spaces and you
they've
draw like a
probably been
character.
doing that for a while, and it's probably like a inspiration kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
would
yeah,
assume so.
definitely.
But dude, isn't it crazy? I'm sure like as a big actor or actress, when you go to your therapist or whatever, they're like, probably a really high chance you have like a personality disorder,
I think also I think it's kind of like
or you could contract one. Like it's more
like they say like no healthy person could be a U.S. politician. That's like kind of like a old adage. Like
Yeah.
you can't be a normal person to get into politics. Like you have to have like something wrong with you in a certain regard. But like, but that's
not
like
the same. But
it's the case of like using it as like a strength though. I think so. I mean, like
kind of,
actors are
yeah.
weird. They're just weird people.
Well, there's those actors who will study a role. Like, I forgot his name, but he had to develop a lisp for the role.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he couldn't teach himself how to talk normal again, so he's stuck with the lisp. Like, that kind of shit.
Shia LaBeouf like is one of those people that like
Shia
plays-
LaBeouf thinks he's a cholo. Like he thinks he's like a cholo. It's crazy. He's
But
cool. I like Shia LaBeouf a lot.
No, me too.
But he genuinely like he did a podcast with John Bernthal, where he's like talking about like that's man shit right there. Like that's I ain't on no baby shit, man. Like I'm on some man shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
and like he talks like he's like from these like oh yeah like me and my homies like you know we'd be up on like 63rd and like blah blah and it's like you were even Stevens. You had an average and there I think there's a movie that he did. I think it's called Honey Boy, where he like talks about it's like supposed to be like a bizarre biopic movie where he plays like what's supposed to be like his abusive dad who just like milked him for money when he was a child actor, which is definitely true. Like that's verified, I'm pretty sure. But I did listen to the entire John Bernthal podcast. It was very good, but Shia LaBeouf is a funny guy.
Yeah, he is pretty funny.
Like totally convinced himself that he's someone who he's not, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's like a big deal, honestly. Like when people
Nah,
like
but
I don't think anybody's gonna check Shia LaBeouf.
yeah, he definitely had a big like mental break though.
What, He Will Not Divide Us? That whole thing.
Just do it.
Did Sam
Just
was Sam
do
Hyde?
it.
So I saw a clip. I mean, He Will Not Divide Us is so old, but I know Sam Hyde was like a part of like trolling it at one point. I'm trying to think if Sam Hyde ever had a run-in with Shia LaBeouf.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to verify that later. Yo, if you ever have enough, like I think it's like an hour long, watch the He Will Not Divide Us video by the Internet Historian. That video is so good. Like it's like one of those like top all-time YouTube videos. Like the humor, everything about that video is great.
Yeah, there are a lot of actors and actresses that like play the character on and offset too. It's
Oh,
kind of strange the way some people do their roles.
They find like personality in those characters.
like
that
Will
they-
Ferrell. Like, while he's filming it, he won't break character on or offset
Oh yeah.
the entire time filming. I don't think he's gotten to the point where he'll be like stuck in a role after the movie type shit. But
If
that would be fucking
Ricky Bobby,
wild.
if Ricky Bobby broke Will Ferrell,
dog,
if it broke him, like if it like mentally like you know how people always say like the whole thing with Jared Leto is like the Joker killed Jared Leto or not Jared Leto, fuck, God damn it, I just nuked my brain, like all my Heath Ledger, there we go. But like they say that Heath Ledger, like the Joker is what killed. Like he went into like this deep dark depression where he was doing drugs and stuff, and then he
Never
like
been the same.
he personified himself as the Joker. Don't get me wrong, like that was great, but he was just like a dude who had like a drug problem. I'm sorry, but like what if like it was like that level for Will Ferrell and like Ricky Bobby like broke him as a human being.
that should be
That's basically, by the way, that's basically what happened to like I know this isn't like completely related, but like someone like taking like a caricature of a culture or like a person and then just being like, that's me now. Guy Fieri.
Yeah, bro.
Guy Fieri.
That's his life. That is literally him.
Like the way he dresses, the way he acts. First of all, he changed his last name to be like more Italian.
Fieri.
Yeah, he changed his last name. I think it's like an old family name.
Really?
I think he just had a totally normal like white dude name.
That's hilarious.
Like a very like
Fake it to
unassuming
make it.
name. But like yeah, like imagine Will Ferrell. Just
That'd be
he
fucking
is Ricky
funny.
Bobby.
You know what'd be crazy is like if there's this like huge headline that happens like whatever in our lifetime where like a actor or actress plays this role and it's like kind of like serial killer vibes or a murderer and then just like exits the fucking that shit just turns into their personal life and they just become serial killer.
Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter IRL,
I mean,
the real Bay Harbor Butcher.
who knows, dude?
That'd be some crazy shit.
It's kind of crazy though too, because like there's a lot of great actors who are still like completely disconnected from their characters. Like they're just like I think I was talking about it with Tyler. What's his name from Fallout? Is it Walton Goggins? He's in
Ghoul.
Yeah, he plays the Ghoul, but he's in like so many good TV shows. He was
a tranny in
something. I think he was a cross-dresser in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
of all shows, which I'd never seen, so I don't know anything about that.
I've never seen it, but that shit looked funny.
But him in The Righteous Gemstones, Uncle Baby Billy, dude, so good. And then him playing Lee in the show Vice Principals. Those are like his two characters that are killer funny. He's also in Django, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that until recently.
He was in something else that I was like.
I want to say he's the guy that Django yanks off the horse, like when he's like talking shit to him, and he like walks over and just like grabs him.
He was the voice in. I don't think it was a Disney cartoon, but
he was a voice in like an animated movie.
Yeah.
Oh well, he's in Invincible.
Yeah, that's what it was. Invincible.
Oh yeah. He's
the government guy.
He's the director of the.
He's the voice.
What's the
actor.
agency? Come on, Gavin, you should know this.
The guy with half his face messed up. He does the voice for him.
Oh my God, what is his name?
I forgot his name, but yeah, he's in Invincible. Plays that role really well.
Yeah, I didn't even honestly like. I finished Fallout and I couldn't tell, and I finished Invincible.
Cecil.
Yeah, he plays Cecil. Yeah, he plays Cecil.
Which is crazy.
I mean, it's not. I don't think Cecil's like a hard character to play.
Not at
He's
all.
just like he's like just like a stern guy. But I mean, he's good. Like he's good at that character.
I didn't know until I like seen it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Watched the whole show without even.
Oh, you're
being
gonna
able
prep
to
this
figure that out.
before we get into this. Can we take like a okay?
Later.
If we're gonna do
Just need to open it up.
okay, getting everything prepped. Oh man, we're gonna get just a
We gotta
heads
do
up.
2 hours, so I might as well dive into this.
Just
right
a heads
now.
up. I think what we should do is just do like a part 1, part 2. Like just don't even like try and separate the episodes. Just like
Okay.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll just take a break.
So we can we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get organized for like the last 15 minutes of this episode, and then it'll just lead into the following week's episode. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
I gotta take a piss.
Same. Quick break. Yeah, some girl's on like, I think it's TikTok Live, and she's like, don't get on here rapping. And like the second she says that, like a kid joins, and he's like 10. He's like, don't get on here rapping. I'm stacking, making it happen. And she kicks him from it and like closes the live.
I feel like that's the only thing people do in TikTok streams is troll people.
Oh.
And yeah. But like 9 times out of 10, they're just in there to troll the person.
Yeah, of course. There's a guy that I would join his TikTok lives. And every time he'd be having like a mental breakdown.
I love those accounts that are like, they get like one really popular video for their unpopular opinion, and then you go onto their account and there's a bunch of other videos that are like, I don't know why the community doesn't like me. So, all they know you is for unpopular
they
opinion.
only exist to be hated. I mean, yeah, but like they get engagement off that. TikTok's weird, like gaming TikTok, like because there's like a damn. This is like all the way back to like our first episode where we talked about the fucking 2 videos playing at once.
Oh yeah.
Keeping the short term
engagement.
stimulus there, yeah. But TikTok's like you see it somewhat on YouTube. Like a person on like a dude who makes gaming videos on YouTube could have like 1 million subscribers, but be getting like 10,000 views a video.
Yeah.
TikTok is like crazy, where it's like they can have like 2 million subscribers or 2 million followers and get like 1,000 views, which is like
Yeah, it's pretty strange. There's a spectrum when it comes to engagement on TikTok.
mm-hmm.
Is there botting on TikTok, you think?
Probably a little bit, but I think with the way like the TikTok algorithm works, where it's so focused on sharing content, I don't think bots are that like. I don't think it helps your account out that much. But there's definitely like there's got to be people. I'm convinced that like if someone's famous on social media, they do some form of botting to like pad their numbers. Like it's never good enough.
Yeah, true.
If they have 400,000 followers, they want 500,000.
Don't like a lot of TikTok creators do like spam videos too, because it's like only 1 in 10 of your videos are gonna
comment
reach.
5 words for engagement. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
like you like if you make a fresh account on TikTok, you have this many days to get a viral video. You got to get that video to hit. If that video hits, you need to then try and get another one to hit
Then
in this
like
time
spam,
span.
spam,
And then
spam.
you need to post 5 times for a week, but you can't post more than 8 times for a week because then it'll.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
There are weird like parameters to reach bigger audiences. It's very strange.
It's crazy.
And then
TikTok-
you see those slides where it's like share this to your calculator.
Which
Yeah.
is just fake.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's-
it is a fake
it
for
gives-
engagement.
Yeah, it gives them that when you press that share button, even if you don't
get one
share
share.
it, they still get the share.
Yeah, and then that bumps up.
That bumps them up
Plus,
the,
if-
the ladder.
They'll post a video like click into my live. I'm live right now. If you click on that and like miss the circle, you click on that and it follows them. So maybe that's how people have so many followers.
Yeah.
That
People
too, or
accidentally-
they just get profile and views.
And
or-
also, like,
Yeah.
if 10 people are watching that TikTok at once, like across the world type shit, like at one point in time, 10 people are on that TikTok staring
Yeah,
at it,
yeah.
and then they all 10 click that live simultaneously.
yeah, it's
like-
kind of it'll bump them up. It's kind of like how Reddit does with like the hot. You can like filter by hot.
Yeah.
That's also based on like current engagement.
Yeah, it has to be like immediate. Boom.
Yeah,
a lot of
like
comments are
very
like
percent.
comments are hitting a post and like not even getting interacted with per se.
Yeah.
Like they're not getting upvotes, downvotes, views, whatever. It's just like a lot of shit's happening right now. So like push this up and then it can keep building, and then it'll lose like its steam.
Yeah,
It'll break away. But it is weird that like social. Oh, actually, yeah, that's what we could talk about real quick. Social media engagement, all that fun stuff. RFK trying to upload that video today.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that earlier. And they were taking it down as he was posting it.
Yeah, it's some form of promotional video for RFK Jr. and Woody Harrelson's the narrator of the video. So it's pretty high profile, you know. Woody Harrelson's a pretty famous guy. But I guess it's being taken off of Instagram. People just said Meta, so Facebook, Instagram, any of those platforms, like any of those two, they're interchangeable at this point, I guess. But if it gets uploaded, like it's getting strike down, like boom, just like that, boom, just
That's
like that.
crazy.
Like, it cannot get posted.
That's so.
What are they
weird,
saying
man.
in the video?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably pretty easy to find. It's on YouTube,
I
I'm sure.
assume it's probably just the same shit that he's been saying, and like he's pretty true to his beliefs and what he's been talking about. So
Mhm.
it's not like what he's saying is like extremely radical,
I think he.
unlike what's happening on the other spectrum of things.
hmm It just kind of sucks because as much as I like want to believe it,
It was a Jewish doctor.
as much as I want to believe like RFK Jr. is like, I'm not saying like I think he has ulterior motives or I think he's a bad person, but like
It's natural to feel skeptical.
the fact that like you get tricked so much with politics.
Yeah, well,
Like-
it's natural to feel that way in general, but also he's a Kennedy,
hmm
so it's like it just makes for like it's another layer.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to silence him in the same breath. So
yeah, he's fighting to get on the ballot
as
everywhere.
as a natural conspiracy theorist, and like much like yourself, it's natural to like.
They're
wanna
doing this.
question
They're
that.
doing this for a reason. They
Yeah.
don't want him to talk. They don't want him to get popular. They
Well,
don't,
yeah, you look at that side and you're like, why are they trying to shut him up? But then you kind of like want to look into him too, like.
Yeah, be skeptical because I do know, like, I think a lot of the skepticism around RFK Jr. right now is a lot of people, well, just the fact that he's not running as a Republican. Most people are.
Yeah,
like,
he's not in any
fuck that guy.
primaries.
Yeah, he's
That's like the biggest red flag.
the fact that he's not running as a Republican or a Democrat and he's an independent runner. That obviously dissuades a lot of people pretty quickly. But I do know he said something about Israel being our greatest ally, yada yada yada. Which obviously right now is not the time to like really want to get into that. But I think the idea of it is, I don't think he like loves Israel as a country. I think it's more so like if you're gonna get into the game of politics, you got to play ball to a certain extent. You just have
Yeah.
to. Donald Trump had to do it.
He sure did.
I mean, everybody has to do it. So it's
Yeah,
not
once you get the
surprising.
ball, you can sway it, but you got to play the
you gotta
game to get the ball.
You gotta, you gotta get in there first. You gotta,
Yeah,
because I mean,
unfortunately.
he doesn't have any political standing outside of this. I don't think he was an environmental attorney or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's retired.
Well, he was kind of a hotshot in that realm of things, but
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't
Mhm.
get coverage.
He's also
Ever.
a man, dude. I got that one video. It was a promotional video for him, and it's just him like fucking like running up stair sets and like lifting weights and like
Fucking unit.
doing shit. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yes, sir. That's stem cell therapy.
America.
It's kind of sick, dude. Everyone's like, he's obviously on like HR, like not HRT, fucking like HGH, like he's getting like some form of like therapy, but like also the guy's like 70 something. If he wants to like hop on steroids, like fucking let him.
True.
Guess what? He'll still fucking whoop your ass, dude.
Yeah. Well, some of the big stuff that's probably helped him achieve that is first stem cell therapy. That does so much for your body when you start to age or get past that like 50 hump.
Mm-hmm.
That
When stuff doesn't regenerate as quickly as it used to.
There's huge access to like AG1, for example, like just mass superfoods and like super minerals that you can just easily ingest now and make easily a part of your diet. It's not so straining on your life. That, and coupled with like red light therapy and just normal exercise, you get a long ass fucking lifespan. It's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
There's a lot of speculation that like over in the next like 20 years or whatever, our brains are gonna age more than our bodies. Like a lot of us are gonna be in healthy bodies with Alzheimer's.
There's I
can see that happening.
I've heard like some people say like the oldest human that's ever gonna like live so far, it like has to have already been born. Like they're already alive right now. And they're like on they're growing right now. But I don't know how deeply they can like pinpoint that. I like to believe that kind of stuff until like we get into like in the last couple of years I feel like we're discovering like, oh yeah, the shit that like the government approves to sell us is like not that good for us actually. I know that's been talked about for years, like people saying like microwave food gives you cancer and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or like the idea that just everything gives you cancer at this point.
Well, this has been a resurfacing topic on our podcast too. Like everybody's been looking more inward, like trusting big media, big corporations a lot less. Start looking more towards their personal communities. And
I think that's a good thing, though. I think
that's
you should
amazing.
always be skeptical of everything around you.
Question everything.
Don't be paranoid. Don't be paranoid. Don't be a schizophrenic weirdo about anything.
But
don't
question everything.
But like, obviously, like, just keep your head. Like, don't swear into something too much.
Get both sides of the story.
Honestly, just kind of like. Just don't let yourself get too connected to any ideal or person or property or thing that exists.
Yeah, you always need to be in like a wider view.
Mm-hmm. Like it's like the social or like the subconscious keeping your head on a swivel.
Yeah, but also keep it small. You'd be surprised what you can do in a community. You know, like that kind of thing.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people are also talking about this because like there's not this like focus, this hyper focus on what's happening with the general elections, like the United States presidential election. A lot of people are talking about how like, and this is obviously I'm kind of, as you know, I'm a little skeptic when it comes to politics as is, but a lot of people are talking about like how you need to focus in on local government now. Like the presidential election is totally played out at this point. Like people don't care, they don't trust it, like they don't believe it.
It's just so much more achievable for like what our Constitution was written for, you know? Like it's so hard looking at our primaries and being like, I want things to look this way, and so does my entire community, but we can't do anything about it because vested interest in these billionaire companies that fund these lobbyists, you know?
Yeah,
so
like APAC.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pulled all that funding. Oh, the doorbell just rang.
Oh.
Is that you?
I don't know.
All right. Hold on, guys. We're just checking in on a little Uber Eats order here. We got a little hungry recording. Had to cop some mac and cheese bites. It's not us?
It ain't me, bruh. It ain't me. Still got 15 minutes till my food get here.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, with the I kind of lost our train of thought. We were talking about APAC funding. Yeah, they just pulled. I think it was like 16 different Republican representatives got funding pulled by APAC because they didn't vote on like a bill to send Israel $80 billion or some shit. All right. Sorry.
Anyway.
Yep. Sorry. Dogs are in a way.
They let the dogs out. Is that why it smells in here?
What? We were talking about loaded or Diary of a Kid when they're like messing around and like the soundtrack. He's like, somebody farted. Somebody farted.
He touched the cheese.
APAC pulling funding from the Republican representatives, all that fun stuff. Like it's just so.
Is that what? Because they didn't vote.
They didn't vote to send Israel aid money or some shit. Who fucking knows?
Wild.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, more individuals are realizing how much independence they actually have in their local, like, and power they have in their local government. And then once you kind of establish that structurally, then it's easier to attack.
I think
the-
that, yeah, because people like looked at that, like them pulling their funding from those Republican representatives, like they saw that as like a good thing.
leverage. That's more leverage.
Yeah, that's
smaller.
And them pulling their funding, like, yeah, that sucks, but like it's lobbyist money. Like it doesn't help us.
No,
Doesn't help.
Not at all.
Doesn't do anything for the people. Like it's only threatening those individuals.
That's a perfect example of vested interests right there.
Yeah.
Said, all right, don't want to vote for this bill, funding half of your campaign right now. Goodbye.
Which is just, yeah, it's sickening.
Which does suck, but it opens more people's eyes, you know, and
it's-
that'll just get more people to be more creative and find better ways to do things.
Or just like actually run on policy that's actually supported by their beliefs and for the people, as opposed to like a
Yeah,
lobbyist government or a lobbyist party
or make policy that actually makes sense.
that's obviously influenced by outside government. Like that's so crazy.
It is pretty wild. It's crazy how obvious that kind of shit is.
Maybe we just all need to light ourselves on fire.
Yeah, maybe we should all self-immolate.
They can't say we're all crazy.
Yeah,
right?
you know how people, like, every time it comes around tax season, people are like, yo, everybody just don't pay your taxes. They can't
Yeah.
put us all in jail. Guys, what if we just all lit ourselves on fire? Who's going to put it out?
That's wild. You know, there's there's videos of like death pain ratios on like scale 1 to 10, and being like dying by fire is like 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Of
It's like
course.
it's like the most painful way to die.
Well, you don't die until what? 3-degree burns?
3rd degree?
Yeah.
Well, I think, like the idea is, like, if your body can't, like, heal itself, like, it puts it into, like, this weird shock, and then you, like, if you don't just, like, burn from, like, obviously, like, catching on fire and burning to death, like, dying from the injuries received later. I think when it comes to, like, 3rd-degree burns, they're, like, hard to recover from.
Yeah, I know.
Your body only has so much energy to, like, expel before it
You're
just
gonna
gives
feel
up
that
and starts
shit till
shutting
it-
down.
You're gonna feel that until you get 3-degree burns, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's
I know.
everywhere.
I know some dude got caught on, or some. I think it was like a kid talking about how he made like a jackass, like an at home like jackass video with his friends, and he like caught himself on fire. He had to be in like a tub of like Vaseline, like he like whole body had to be like submerged, so that way it could like develop moisture, like internal moisture to
Yeah.
like start healing.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how difficult skin grafting still is to this day too. Like if it's larger than I don't know the statistics, but I know that if it's larger than a certain percentage of your body, then it's like impossible to do.
Mm-hmm.
It can only be,
And
like,
you will
small
fucking
things.
die.
Yeah.
Taking a piece of skin from your tongue or something.
Yeah,
Or
skin graft. Yeah.
It's only little tiny small scales, like little skin cancer spot on your face or whatever.
Type shit.
Oh yeah, to like go over, like introduce like new cells.
Yeah.
Isn't that what stem cell therapy is trying to isn't that what it's trying to accomplish?
No, it's more internal. Well, there's a bunch of different types of stem cell therapy, but the most popular one right now is more geared towards like bone structure, ligament, muscle,
Or organ
repair.
redevelopment,
Yeah,
stuff
like
like that.
yeah.
Amputees.
So like
that kind
a
of
great example is for like a lot of people that tear their ACLs. A lot like remember how people would tear their ACLs and it's like career ending,
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and like that's not really the case anymore because of stem cell therapy.
Damn.
Oh, okay, that makes
So,
sense.
A lot of people who tear ACLs or meniscus type shit are able to like get back out there and play like normal.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Hmm. And they have a couple of different ones. A couple of them that I know is like the bone marrow one. So it's like extraction of bone marrow, and then also embryo umbilical cords. Yeah, from like birth. That's another stem cell therapy.
They
too.
use that to.
Yeah, umbilical
That's
cords.
a little weird.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
if it
crazy.
works.
You know how like when a girl's pregnant, they always say like they're glowing.
Mm-hmm.
So they get like way more regenerative properties.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty insane what the human body does when you're pregnant.
It just sounds like you're talking about adrenochrome now. It just sounds like you're talking about adrenochrome,
Okay.
or like that like women's skincare product that's made out of like foreskin,
Snail-
baby foreskin.
Snail cum.
Or like the baby foreskin one.
I saw a huge thing. It wasn't huge, but there was this girl going off on TikTok about how the
Huge.
snail, mucin or whatever it is, like gave her like a fungal infection on her face.
Like the skin, like the snail trail did.
Well, no, it's like an actual product that it's like an extraction
Oh.
from snails
That's fucking
Snail.
disgusting.
juices.
Ew, dude. I've had. Okay, never mind. I can't really say like ew. Like I've eaten like escargot before. It was pretty fucking good, but that's gross.
Yeah.
It's nasty shit, dude. I don't fuck with snails like that.
Fuck
I like
snails.
frogs. I like frogs. I like lizards. I like amphibious creatures and reptiles and all that cool stuff. I don't fuck with snails one bit.
You like frogs and their hermaphrodites?
The gay frogs? Yeah, I fuck with the gay frogs. Like
Fuck
you
with
know,
Hell yeah.
they didn't ask. They didn't ask to be like.
Gaze up, bruh.
Yeah,
Gaze.
right. Hey, what does he say in Smiling Friends? He's like, you didn't ask to be a shrimp. You was born that way. You was born like this.
Facts.
It's
All
not their
facts, no
fault.
printers.
But snails are just fucking gross. They can fuck off. Nah, I'm sure they do some cool shit. I've just never seen a snail do something cool. You know what I mean?
Well,
Boy,
we
they
live
do.
in
It's
the western side of America, so we probably don't experience snails too much.
Yeah, the Southwest, like it doesn't really harbor
Not enough moisture for
Yeah.
Snails.
snails per se. We got earthworms though. Those guys are pretty cool.
How do you eat fried worms?
Yep. There you go. That's another childhood hit right there. We're cooking today, boys.
Goated.
That's
Put it in a
two.
microwave.
Oh yeah, dude. Cook it in oil. Deep fry it.
Hey, we can name that.
Bake it. Yeah, we're gonna end the episode on how to eat fried worms. Spend your Sunday reading a book that's at a 5th grade reading level.
How to eat fried worms. It's very educational.
Very
Yeah.
good book.
Yeah, read How to Eat Fried Worms. Read
Nutritional.
Holes, the book.
Yeah,
Um,
that's another good one.
maybe tap into like Percy Jackson on a Sunday.
Some
Everybody
greasers.
poops.
Everybody poops.
If you haven't read that book.
Everybody,
Shout out Everybody Poops.
except females.
And oh shit, hold on. Oh fuck, what's his name?
Flat Stanley.
Is it no shit, Sylvester? What are those children poem books?
Oh, you're talking about
Fuck, why am I forgetting?
God damn it, like
Sad.
where the sidewalk ends,
Yeah,
the light in the
yes,
attic.
yes, Isn't that
Shel Silverstein.
Shel Silverstein? There we go. Read some Shel Silverstein. That's what
Yeah.
you guys need in your life.
Or if you're looking for a spooky Sunday, you read Spooky Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh,
That book is fucked up, dude. I checked that book out semi recently. Like I don't know, like maybe I was like 18 and I like found one and I read it. Dude, the stories in there are kind of fucking scary,
I
dude.
Is
know.
that the one? Yeah, just a bunch of random
With, like, the
scary stories. With
Terrifying
pictures.
drawings that
Dude.
are just like very discomforting.
Those are
like
my favorite
Goose-
books, though.
Goosebumps, but
Better.
Yeah.
better.
Though actually, and
Better
I watched
Goosebumps.
the Scary Stories movie, the Scary Stories Tell in the Dark movie. It was actually really good.
Really?
Yeah, like it was actually like a cool scary movie.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, check that out. Check that movie out. Actually, there
Check
we
it
go.
out. Oh yeah. Also, shout out to the whale.
Time and
Guys,
time
definitely
again.
gotta check out that one. It's very, very poetic.
Time and time again. Gavin,
Very,
must shout out the
very
whale.
good. Shout out the whale.
Gavin, who's that at the top of your?
I'm not
One-
logged in.
One would
Judgment.
say The Whale is Gavin's favorite movie. He watches it once a day.
The whale is
One-
Gavin's Moby Dick.
Indeed.
He's Captain Ahab, and the whale is his Moby Dick. He just can't let go of that darn whale.
He'll always be watching that whale.
Yeah, I've probably
Ooh.
watched it like a dozen times now.
Throw the music video on. Actually, I want to watch the music video on our
All
outro.
right. All right.
All right, Gavin's got something nice queued up here for the outro.
Watch the whale. Let the animals vote. Shout out to all our listeners. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Stay fly.
I gotta stay till I die. 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 Hey, call me the juice and you know I'm a stunt. Riding in the car with some bump in the trunk. Then my lap and you know it's breaking down the good. Get up here tight, girl, say I'm the man. Ice on the wrist with the ice in the chain. Ride through the hood, yeah, I'm dripping the grain. In the same while I'm changing the lane. I feel tight cause I'm choking the bitch messed up cause I'm messing with a D-boy, riding them big toys, making man gal wanna get on my team. She gotta give it up when she get in my car. I ain't Denzel, but I know I'm a star. Cause when I'm in the club, I be back in the bar, in the VIP bar, and be buying the bar. DJ Paul is a dog, one you do not trust. You leave your around me, yo, gon' get you leave your drink around me, but leave your drink gon' get drunk up. You leave your girl around me, stay fly till I die. Pump up, let's get smoke us one. Pop pull out the phantom. Can't stand it, but them.